Bet you didn't see this. To garner support for the state of Israel and what they're doing. How about the fact that Bibi Netanyahu has literally said that social media is the next front that they have to fight in this war? And how about the simple fact that Charlie Kirk was easily the most influential person when it came to the two youngest generations, who are the most valuable generations when it comes to Israeli influence in America, when it comes to Hasbara, when it comes to keeping us manipulated and in a place where we are going to support this country above our own, where we're going to be okay with all of our politicians taking a handout from this country, where we're going to be okay with them meddling in our elections and making sure to unseat one of our senators simply because he is against their agenda and doesn't take money from them. I could go on for days of all the connections that Israel can have to Charlie Kirk. And is any of that 100% evidence? No, but it never is. It's just a lot of coincidences. And like many of these people who are now completely against conspiracy theories used to say, how many coincidences until it's no longer a coincidence?
When I went to the TPUSA HQ, and I talked to Erica briefly while I was there, the first thing I did was what I think every normal, moral human being would ever do. I gave her a hug. And I told her how god-awful sorry I was that happened to her. Like, could you even imagine how that's got to feel for her? Especially now that she has tens of thousands of people accusing her of murdering and conspiring to murder and then cover up what happened to her own. I mean, that's like mind-boggling psychological torture.
This guy is so full of crap. He used to hate Turning Point USA.
You look like an ass.
Polarizing, Andrew.
Good. It needs to be polarizing. Polarizing issue. It's the same reason that you see TPUSA hand over fist support homosexuality. It's the same reason they refuse to call out the problems.
Whoa. When did I say I support homosexuality when I just said that marriage is between a man and a woman?
Well, we're going off the rails, folks. We're going off the rails. We're talking about it's the...
Look at these tweets from him. And now all of a sudden you're telling me you have a soft spot for Erica and you gave her a hug and now you feel bad for her? And this didn't just like happen. It wasn't just all of a sudden attack the grieving widow. Erica Kirk has been, at the very least, she has been acting weird since day one. Everything from the theatrics to bragging about hat sales. She is clearly not carrying herself like any normal grieving widow who just had their husband be assassinated in front of thousands of people would carry themselves. And you can say all you want that certain people grieve differently. Cool. People aren't falling for it. The majority of people see this and say, yeah, you know what? I thought at first, like, maybe I need to give her a little grace. Maybe that's a little, like, maybe it's a little harsh to go after this chick. But now everybody's like, no, something's up with her. She's weird. Her background is insane. The connections to, once again, Israel, her parents, all the inconsistencies, all the different lies she's been caught in, all of the things from her past life, all of that should at least make people say, what's going on? Is there a possible connection here? Which people are saying. And that's okay, because guess what? Questions, once again, should be asked.
The going out with the sparklers was not a great idea. Like, all that was not a great idea because it just seemed insane.
What Joe is saying is absolutely the truth, because the way that Erica has acted, the things that Erica has done, the things that she has made important in her life have made her extremely suspicious. It's just how it is. Any normal person would watch that and be like, something's not right. But of course, when you do that, you're a hateful, demonic person who just is, who's just going after a grieving widow, and you are the scum of the earth.
It's the lack of charitability that's so bad too. Like,
and this next part is incredible because he literally gives the playbook that he and everyone else on that side of the official narrative have been using. And it's fair to say that maybe both sides are using this playbook, but it's insane for him to say that that's what these people are doing. In other words, saying that only the side that is questioning the narrative and trying to figure out what's really going on and poking holes in it are the only ones that are doing this, because he himself has literally done this the entire time.
Let me give you an example. If you say, Paul's so lazy, he never gets to work on time. You don't actually mean Paul has never once gotten to work on time. That's not what people mean.
Right.
But the way that these people will scrutinize every detail of what a person does, they can make a liar out of anybody. Because they'll take statements like that, which in the common terms, if you say, man, Paul's never here on time, you don't literally mean he's never here on time. Nobody talks that way. But if you push on everything a person's ever said, tongue-in-cheek, not tongue-in-cheek, they misremember an event, they don't misremember an event, you can make a liar out of anybody.
Right.
You can make a liar out of anyone. Sure can. Andrew, I have to agree with you on that one. But the rest of the crap you said was absolutely ridiculous, and you're just projecting, and it's absolutely insane that anybody takes you for any more than a paid propagandist at this point. Maybe you're not getting paid directly. Maybe that pay is in different forms. Maybe you're doing it for one reason or the other. But the fact is, whether knowingly or unknowingly, all of you people are being used as the useful idiots that you are. And you continue to shill for this government and shill for the three-letter agencies and shill for our greatest ally and shill for an organization that is so clearly wrapped up in more corruption than they want to say. But hey, I'm just a conspiracy theorist.